What is going on, Buckeye Nation? We are back again with another edition of Walks Buckeye Talks. We are gearing up for Big Ten season, man. This is what I'm excited for. We got a slate of Big Ten games coming up. College football got some big games this week, and we'll touch on that. Then, first of all, we'll touch on Buckeyes and least East Lansing this week. My bad. We are headed towards our first game in Big Ten play on the road with a new and improved Michigan State team. So I'm excited, man. Let's dive into it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, guys. Uh, the more the merrier. Man, let's jump into it, man. I'm gonna do a little bit of a little bit of reaction towards the game with Marshall. I thought for the most part it was a solid game. Our defense came out like a lackadaisical. It wasn't like they wasn't really sharp like you probably would want them to, since last year they were so dominant. And so this year it seemed like they just been kind of slow, man. Been kind of slow to get started. I don't know if it's because last year it was like we put so much onus on them to do so much, and then we had that hard game against Notre Dame to get them confidence. And like this year has been like two kind of easy games. Then you had a bye, then you got to start. So I think it's just been one of those seasons so far for the defense. But I do have confidence in our defense that they'll get it together. Um, I thought the defense, I thought they just played real lackadaisical. No, not a lot of effort that I saw, especially from the D line. Secondary looked decent enough. But yeah, got to bring it, man. We got to bring it every day. So, but offensive wise, the offense was clicking on all cylinders. I think Wood Hart threw his first interception, deep ball to Jeremiah Smith, and it got picked off by the corner. But I didn't think it was a bad ball. Maybe kind of more so put it on the opposite shoulder, but it happens, man. Nobody's gonna be perfect out there all the time. I'm optimistic. Other than that, I feel like he had a good day. Mecca looks really good, man. Like he looks faster. He looks more explosive. Like that is good for Buckeye fans right there, man. Mecca is on clicking on all cylinders. And then of course you have Carnell Tate who's blocking, who's I think the secret weapon on his offense. Then you have the stellar freshman. So it was a good day for the receivers, but it was an even better day for the running backs, man. I'm all for throwing the ball, man. I'm all for slinging it, but man, if we can run the ball like that, it just makes it so much easier for everything. You don't put your quarterback at risk. You can open those holes for those running backs, man. And that 1-2 punch is dangerous, man. Junkins is a special guy. I'm so glad we got him. Travion is Trey. Our line, that right side of the line looks really good with John Simmons and um Donovan Jackson, and then Seth at center. Man, it's just looking really good, man. It looked really good Saturday against Marshall. So I'm excited for that, man. But we got a big game, man. We got Alabama, Georgia, man, for my SEC guys, man. And you're talking about big time football, two of the top programs over the last 25 years, who really kind of been kind of running football. Bama, Georgia, the South. I'm a Big Ten guy, but I'm a truth teller, so it should be a heavyweight fight, man. A lot of blows being thrown, a lot of body blows. We'll see who get knocked down first, who can come back, man. But I think it's going to be a good game. I do think Georgia's going to be a lot better than they showed against Kentucky. I mean, they were literally a conversion away from probably losing that game on a late second field goal. And then Bama went before they body went to Madison, Wisconsin, and put on a show. So it looks like both teams are clicking. We'll see how they look after the bye. Sometimes the bye can be a good thing or a bad thing, right? Sometimes you want, especially early in the season, you want to play a few games, get a good rhythm, and then it's hard to sometimes stop and then have to gear it back up. So we'll see how they look, but I'll definitely be tuned in, turning back and forth between that and other games. U of I, shout out my U of I fans that I work with around Illinois. They play a good game against Penn State. I feel like it should be a solid game. I think Penn State is favored by like 19 though, so that's like wow. I thought they would give a little bit more love to U of I because I think their defense can really keep them in the game. That should be a good one. And then like I said, man, we got our Buckeyes, man. Let's dive into this Buckeye games. We play Michigan State, man, over the last few years, man, this game has been like a blowout city, man. I mean, it's been like over before halftime. Last year, I had to actually go back because I forgot we even played them. We was in our all grades at home, and like we kind of handled them pretty easily. Marv pretty much beat them by himself, and then I think the year before that with C.J. Stroud, am I not mistaken? Yeah, with C.J. we played him at East Lansing, and that game was over by halftime. And then I think the year before that was when we was up 49-0, at halftime. So it has been like blowout city with Michigan State. And if you know about Buckeye history, this game used to be like a very difficult game with Mike D'Antoni, man. Like they actually beat us. I remember watching that. That was at 2015, 14. Was it 14, 13 maybe? When they upset us in the Big Ten championship. So this game was always circled on our slate as Buckeye fans, but as of recent history, it's been kind of blowout city. But I'm definitely expecting a little bit better game. Um, it depends on what Buckeye team shows up. This is our first real test for like, I mean, the speed, the talent level is going to be different. They're better than the first three teams that we play. So, uh, and it's on the road. So it's definitely going to be loud environment. But I feel like if the Buckeyes can take care of business, I do still think it can be blowout city. But we'll see. We shall see. We'll see how motivated they are. This team, what this team reminds me of, and I hate to say this so far, it's early in the season, but it looks like this team, sometimes when you bring back so many people, and like their goal is just to get to the finish line, or get to the playoffs, and then you can really show. It feels like that 2015 team when we won it the year before, and we brought pretty much everybody back, and it just seemed like it just didn't click. You know what I mean? It seemed like they were just ready for the season to be over so they can get to the playoffs, and then playoffs never happened. I think we got upset by Michigan State actually at home. And it was like, man, that team was probably one of the most talented teams that you saw on paper or on the field, but they never even got to reach their goals. And hopefully this team doesn't get complacent like that and they show up. Because sometimes, when you just trying to get to the main goal, the main games, the Oregons and the Iowas and the team up north, Michigan, and then the playoffs. Big like I know they're going to show up for those games, but it's these games right here where that you have to show your dominance. And although I am expecting a little bit better game, I do feel like Buckeyes should handle business, man. I really do. They definitely Michigan State. They have this is going to be a better team. That quarterback, what's his name, Childs, man, I like him. I watched Michigan State twice this year, just on the couch watching some college football. I watched them against Maryland a little bit, and I watched them a little bit against think it was like their first game, FAU. And Childs, he's like a gunslinger, man. Like he's gonna test you downfield. He's gonna test you. His receivers are solid receivers. He's got a big arm. Now he can light you up, or he can throw a million picks on you. So, and I'm hoping it's the second part, But he is going to test you. He's going to throw the ball. They're going to throw the ball downfield. He's a solid young quarterback, but I think he has 7 interceptions so far, 3 games, 4 games, 4 games. He has 7 interceptions, so it's like he will turn it over. You know what I mean? So we have to do a good job of making tough throws, closing those windows off, especially our linebackers. That's going to be key in the middle of the field. And hopefully we can get some more turnovers for our defense. That's one thing that was my keynote early in the season, coming into the season about our defense, that we got to create some more turnovers. It's just I think that's the next step for a Jim Knowles dominant defense is got to create some turnovers, whether it's interceptions, tip balls, fumbles, strip sacks. We got to create some turnovers. But Childs is a young quarterback, and we don't want him to get confidence and in a rhythm because it could be a long night for you because he has a cannon. And I saw him beat Maryland at Maryland because they stayed with it. They play hard 4 quarters, and he found a way, man. He threw some nice deep balls, found some open receivers downfield. So it's definitely going to be a test. And they got another dynamic freshman, and I think his name is Nick Marsh. He's been put on a performance too as a freshman. I believe he got hurt, so he didn't play last week. So, I mean, they got some dudes, man. They running back. He has 1 touchdown for 271, 49 carries. So not too productive. He kind of just probably like a chain mover. You get 3rd and 4, 2nd and 4, he can pick the first down up for you. So but it seems like they're gonna throw that ball. So I feel like it should work in our favor. I don't feel like our secondary has been great this so far this season, but I know we got the talent and we got the ability to really cause havoc in our secondary. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see some turnovers. So yeah, I do think it's going to be a productive game. I mean, we'll see how Will Howard looks. His first on the road Big Ten play. He's been looking good, but we also haven't asked him to do a whole lot. He's been getting the ball out quick and giving it to the playmakers, and that's all he has to do. Move the chains, be smart. Or for our line just has to continue to get better and moving people back, man, and running that rock. I think that's the type of team we're gonna be this year. Uh, that two-headed monster with Junkins and Trey. Run that rock, man. Move those chains and hit him over the top with a play action pass from time to time, and those crosser routes. So it's a beautiful offense. I'm not too worried about the offense. I know we're going to score, but it's about how we look. It's about being in that good rhythm, staying on schedule, not getting dumb penalties, not getting holding calls. Their D line is aggressive, so we got to make sure we protect Will Howard and open those holes. And I think it should be a good day for our offense. I think that's one thing that teams are going to have to account for this year, as in last year, where we were so defensive dominant that we rely so much on defense. They're going to have to, Chip Kelly is really making the defense on the other opposing team play, the whole field, man. They have to protect the whole field with screens and bubble screens and RPO. So it's been a beautiful thing on offense. And if we continue to run a rock, I don't think nobody's going to beat us. And I don't want to sound too cocky, but if we can continue running the rock and be balanced, I think we'll have a field day. I think our receivers are going to have a good time this week, and I'll predict the Buckeyes to get it done, man. I just want to see our defense come out and dominate, man. Jim Knowles in his press conference said, he didn't even get out Buckeye a player of the game because a silver bullet of the day because he feel like they didn't dominate, man. That's the type of coach you want. Go out there and prove it. I mean, this is a time to prove it. No, Michigan State is not a ranked team. Yes, you should beat them, but it's also how you look. I mean, it's how you look. It's how you look dominant. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for this week on the road. It's a night game, so it's just I love my Buckeyes, man. I love them on the road. I love the white unis. I feel like we play better in the white unis, me personally. And I'm looking for that secondary. I think the secondary is gonna have a big day. I feel like uh at least I'm gonna say two interceptions from our secondary, man. I'm gonna say Caleb Downs gets one, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna give him Jordan Hancock, man. I feel like he had a rough week last week. I'm gonna give my boy Jordan Hancock. I think he's gonna get a pick. I think Caleb Downs gonna get a pick. Uh, and I think we're gonna rally and we're gonna take care of business. What is the cover? The spread is 20. It's 24. Oh no, it's 23 and a half. So I'm trying to think of score prediction. I'm thinking more like a 42-17, 41-17 type game, or like a 38-13, something like that. I do think Michigan State is going to score a couple times, a couple field goals. Uh, I think it'd be competitive, maybe like the first quarter and a half. I think that second quarter will start to wear and break some long explosive plays and kind of take care of business after halftime. But yeah, I'm expecting a solid game, like a good test for the Buckeyes heading into Iowa week. But I am expecting Buckeyes to. Uh, Do I think they cover? I hope so. Like you want them to have an impressive, good victory. I'm gonna say 42. I'm gonna say 45-17 Bucks. 45-17. That's what I'm gonna say. 45-17. Even though I don't want to see 17 points, I want to see more 13. But I would say 45-17. Yeah. Is that a cut? Yeah, I think that's a cover. Yeah. So 45-17 Bucks. I think we're gonna look good. I think our offense is gonna look super explosive. I think we're still gonna have plenty of balance on offense, and I think our defense is gonna create some turnovers, give us a short field, and we'll take care of business. I think that's more so what second half is gonna be. And then we just continue this, just being explosive, getting ready for Iowa week. Hopefully we stay healthy. And the Buckeyes take care of business, man. So um, like I said, I'm getting out of here, guys. Check back with me. I'm gonna try to get a video up here Saturday evening, no, Sunday morning for sure. See how the Buckeye games went before we lay about it here. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And peace out.